Hey there, ex-cult boy, back talking more about my experiences in the exclusive Brethren cult, or the Plymouth Brethren Christian Church. Now, as some of you are aware, I escaped this 7 years ago, and since then I've helped over 15 people successfully leave this very toxic environment. And whilst I have not sought out these people, they have reached out to me for help. I've guided them in the best way I believe possible to deal with coming from such a traumatic place. Now, obviously, all I'm sharing here is my opinion and from my experience. So I'm currently helping a family leave, which has been a sort of group effort from a lot of people. It's in particular, it's very hard when everybody's different, right? So everybody has different things. Now, I'm sharing a message from this person that I'm helping leave. And also I thought it'd be really important to share because I know some of you are watching that are still stuck in a toxic environment, whether that is the Brethren or another religious group or just a really abusive relationship. Now, in particular, this is related to a Brethren experience and currently we're working with. So I just thought I'd run through this and I have their permission to share this. Obviously, I have blacked out their name so that to keep their identity secret, because you really need to, for the first period, sort of get away from it all and maintain that separation that they call it, just so that you can, find a comfortable landing pad, get your family together if you're leaving with family. Anyway, so the question here is, the comment here is, it is really hard for me to accept. At the moment, I just feel guilty. Why is that? So, and she's gone on to say, because we were trained to believe it will be our fault if something happens once we leave the cult. So I can relate to this. I've had many others that I've helped that will also say and have shared with me that they can also relate to this. All your life, and from my experience in the Brethren, you are trained to feel guilty. You are trained to confess. And if anything goes wrong, you are taught that is God disciplining you. So it must be it's an opportunity for you to look at yourself and confess your sins. So usually you cave in and go crumble when something goes wrong because you think it's God speaking to you because you've been taught that all your life, right? So you immediately, like, you get sick or you get, your business doesn't go as well or you just have a bad relationship. It's God speaking to you, so there must be something wrong. So you do all this inner searching and think and pinpoint it and go, yes, and confess the smallest things, whether that is, reading a naughty magazine or watching a movie or listening to outsider music. It's down to the tiniest minuscule thought even you can have to confess. So I want to share this with you because if you're thinking of leaving, this is normal. Everybody feels this that leaves, that I've spoken to. In particular myself, I felt guilty and I was sure that God was going to punish me somehow or another because God will discipline you if you leave this religion is what, we're familiar with. So I just want you to know that everyday normal humans have ups and downs. This is a normal part of life. We're not immortal. We are not impartial to disease, or we're not immune from disease. We're not immune from financial, difficulties. We're not immune from bad people, but it's a normal part of life. And this is the problem when you are so sheltered and protected within a community like the Exclusive Brethren. When something does go wrong, you immediately put it back to, well, God is speaking to me, is disciplining me. What do I need to change in order for it to go away? The reality is it probably won't go away because it's life. We do have medical illnesses. It's normal. Out here, you just learn how to deal with those and not take the blame on yourself. So I really wanted to share that because it's such an important step in leaving, because it's the fear that stops you from leaving, right? And you know this if you're still in there, because I know, because I went through that. I would have left at 18. I would have left at 9 years old if I knew I could be in a place where I was loved and accepted. But it's the fear of discipline happening to you, and more importantly to your loved ones. If you're leaving with family, you're terrified something's going to happen to them because of your decisions. Where the reality is, things happen to people everywhere across the globe. This is because we are just humans, and this is life. And whilst it is fragile, it also is beautiful. So, good luck with your leaving, and you know who you are. And I cannot wait to see you guys blossom over the next few months. Thank you for letting me share this, and I hope it helps somebody else stuck in a similar situation.